Welcome, folks, to the Winter Boarding Party Direct. We have a few things we've been very much looking forward to sharing with all of you. You may be wondering, now that our campaign has wrapped up, what's next for Boarding Party? Well, before we get into the finer details of what you can expect from us in the future and Game 2, let's take a quick look at our new logo. But we have much more than just a new logo to show you today. You may recall this image from our YouTube community page, where we came up with the idea to make our own unique creature for our D&D game. Well, the idea grew very quickly and became something far greater than we had imagined. Introducing Riftkin, our very own take on the monster collection genre and a new yet familiar system with which to run them. But what is a Riftkin, and how does this system work?
This whole idea came about a few years ago when Drew and I were both enhancing our own game systems. Both of us ended up getting stuck and decided to reach out to one another for a little bit of help. After a few hundred hours or so, we finally came up with something, and we were ready to show it off.
Riftkin are our creatures created for use with our system. There are currently over 100 Riftkin, and today we're going to be introducing a few of them, along with the system and some of its features. We'll talk about how players can build their tamers and their Riftkin to best suit their play style and adventure. Each Riftkin has one or two specific elemental affinities, some of which will be familiar, with others receiving a fresh new look. These will work similarly to types in the Pokemon games, but have been overhauled for better balanced combat. Let's take a closer look at a few Riftkin. Introducing Cablast, Pinchblaze, and Scallyplat. Let's lay out a few aspects of this new system.
Our Rift system may seem similar to those of you who have ever played or have ever run their own game within the 5th edition system. While several features will be reminiscent, many will be brand new. The system runs on a D20 and has a higher focus on inter-party mechanics. Each ability set focuses on a different pillar of gameplay, from outwitting your opponents with your cunning and knowledge to discovering the secrets of the world with your talent for exploration.
Weapons and armor now have additional benefits and drawbacks, allowing for a more dynamic approach to combat encounters, as tamers will be on the front lines with their partners. The mastery system rewards you for assisting your allies in skill tests, encouraging a more interactive style of play and protecting you from disastrous failures on skills you've mastered.
Specializations will allow each tamer to feel unique and different, even within the same class.
Let's take a quick look at two of the classes available in the Riftkin system. Up first, the Battle-Ready Champion. The Champion is the ultimate combatant, able to stand toe-to-toe with even the most potent foes with their Riftkin allies at their side. They are masters of combat in all its many forms, and so can use any weapons or armor they encounter on their adventure. The Champion focuses on manipulating the action economy to ensure their allies always get the upper hand, score critical hits more often, and increase their Riftkin's attack and damage rolls through intense training.
The Summoner is our take on the mysterious woodland shamans of myth. Summoners have access to several spirit guides as they progress on their journey. A few examples include the Gore, an almighty warhog that encourages close quarters combat, or the Blightmare, a nightmare steed that empowers you to defeat any undead threat that dares to face you. Each spirit guide allows a summoner to bend the rules in different ways and can be combined with other spirit guides to deploy powerful combinations in and out of combat.
As tamers progress in their adventures, their skills will develop in various ways. We represent these developments with specialization trees. Each skill tree has a root specialization that can grow into a variety of focused abilities, but they all start by enhancing one of your core abilities. For example, a Daredevil gains an extra +1 to their vitality score when they first begin their specialization. As you level up on your journey, there will be several opportunities to either delve deeper into a specialization or branch out into other trees. From here, our Daredevil decides to go the route of a pilot, focusing on interacting with air-type Riftkin and taking to the skies alongside their partners. While another Daredevil goes the route of the Dragon Fanatic and seeks out the mysterious Draconic Riftkin, taming their wild hearts and harnessing their immense powers, all the while learning to channel the power of storms. These are only two options from the Daredevil tree. There are several other specializations with different paths to discover on your journey. Each specialization tree is available to all of the classes. You can take multiple different specializations as you level up, or progress down a particular tree, so choose whichever paths fit your character the best. Just as your tamer will become more specialized as they adventure, so too will your Riftkin pick up fighting styles as they adventure alongside you. Each style has its own special abilities and will affect your Riftkin's combat prowess in various ways. Let's take a look at the Water and Earth type Riftkin Camouflator and the various styles that your Riftkin can embody. Wild Riftkin prefer the all-in approach, prioritizing damage to multiple targets.
Assistants work with their tamers and will excel in certain activities such as crafting or gathering.
Blasters make excellent ranged combatants, prioritizing damage over sustainability and accuracy.
Brawlers work well with their allies to gain favorable positioning and additional attack bonuses.
Conduits enhance and alter the world and weather around them to buff their allies and hinder their enemies.
Healers protect their allies from negative status conditions and keep them in the fight longer.
Saboteurs focus on withering away their opponent's vitality and hindering their mobility.
Speedsters are masters of positioning and exploding flanked opponents.
Tanks sacrifice damage output for increased sustainability and defense. Now, to shift gears and talk about what we have planned for you, our lovely community.
Longtime Patreon members may remember the Battle Spire, a series of community-run challenges that encouraged members to create unique and interesting Pokemon teams and challenge each other in the Discord. Well, the Spire has been conquered, and the battle train has pulled into the station and is ready to accept new challengers. You may remember this Twitter poll back when Twitter was Twitter. We asked the community to come together and collectively decide on a new and unique Pokemon idea. Well, the Griffin won that poll, but what did the Griffin win?
Introducing the battle train's mascot, the luminous Thundercrest. Time to climb aboard the battle train and discuss the challenge. In the days of the Battle Spire, combatants were divided into two camps, Guardians and Challengers. On the battle train, everyone will be both. Challenges will take place on Pokemon Showdown to open things up to folks who don't have the time or experience to build teams in the core games and allow for more diverse team compositions and formats. To participate, you need to come up with a unique challenge or gimmick. For example, limiting your team to a single type or selecting from only one generation of available team members. Those that wish to challenge you will need to adhere to the same restrictions you set to keep things interesting. Then, you can challenge others on the train, taking on their challenge while you defend your own. When you defeat someone's challenge, you'll earn a key. When you defend your challenge, you'll accumulate Rift Energy. For those of you who manage to collect enough keys and accumulate the Rift Energy to free the luminous Thundercrest before everyone else, Devin and I will reach out to you and coordinate the creation of a new Riftkin species. We'll work with you to figure out the creature's name, typing, and general aesthetics, and we'll keep you up to date on the art progress as it all comes together. Any Riftkin created through the battle train will be incorporated into a future boarding party project, and once all spots have been claimed, we'll release the Battle Train Riftkin expansion with credits to the champions.
The battle train will be available to everyone in our Discord that would like to partake, but there will be a few restrictions on claiming those rewards. Riftkin creation will be limited to certain Patreon tiers as long as they've been with us for a few months. This is to ensure that folks interested in the battle train stick around for a while and keep competition healthy among the challengers and give others a chance to try for their keys. We here at Boarding Party might take on a few challenges or set up a few of our own, but we won't be competing for Riftkin creation. Some of us do enjoy a good battle though with a unique gimmick, so be on the lookout for some tots on the battle train.
We hope you've enjoyed the Winter Boarding Party Direct. Please stay tuned for Riftkin reveals and system explanations as we move closer to Campaign 2. But that's all for now. Thank you for being here today, and we'll catch you next time.